You could go anywhere in those days.
And what were the roads? It wouldn't be the roads and the same infrastructures.
Oh,
they
were just bull dust. Yeah, we had a very exciting life. It's just bush and water holes and creeks and stuff, you know. He was transferred to Darwin, and because he spent a lot of time with the Air Force doing the exercises, war practice out in the bush and the scrub, he got to associate with a lot of the Aboriginals, and so therefore we spent all our holidays out near East Alligator River on Carl's Crossing and around Norlangie and Owen Pelly and Catherine, Roper River, all those areas.
Oh, cool. And what time period was this?
That was in the 1960s, from 1966 to early 69. He used to just say, I wonder what's over there, and we'd end up pushing the car through bogs and everything to get over to have a look over the other side of that hill or something, you know, and pushing the car through flooded waters and across all of the rivers and things like that, you know. And oh, he was in his 30s. In his 30s, yeah. So he still would have been quite very fit and active. Yeah. And buffalo chasing the cars and stuff. But, yeah. Yeah, because so when you were there, the buffalo hadn't been culled for that TB program. They were still the main staple diet of meat in the territory. Oh, yeah. It was beautiful meat. Yeah. For white people and Aboriginal people. Yeah, didn't have bitumen roads. And we had an old FJ, and we used to sort of pull faces at the buffalo and they'd just chase us. But he used to go out, sometimes they would go on a hunting trip. The roads were purely bull dust, and you know, it was like really quite deep, right up through the doors in the car, so you're just choking on this white dust all the way out there, and the buffalo chasing the cars and stuff. But, yeah. So when you were visiting the Kakadu area, West Arnhem area, you wouldn't have had all those visitors walking tracks, all the interpretive signage, nothing, guiding you here and there and keeping away from other areas. Nothing. So it would have been. It was just bush and water holes and creeks. River. We used to go to Daly River on alternate holidays or after East Alligator River sometimes, and when we arrived at it, just put the tent up on the shore of the river and bury the cold goods in the wet sand, keep them cold, and then we'd go wandering and we'd build these gunyahs out of the bark and big sticks and, you know, trees and things that were there. And what, you'd be sleeping under those, sheltering under those gunyahs, we'd sleep. The bark from the trees and we'd sleep in them. Branches and sticks, Yeah, and we played, that was our little cubby, and all five of us could sleep in there, and we Leave always put a sign on to say when we made it and everything and who made it. So you'd leave it set up? Yeah. And someone else might come along and use it later? Yeah. Then get washed away in the floods. It wouldn't be there for long, I guess. Yeah. You also had some dealings or meetings with the early descendants of the people who made the 10 Canoes film. Yeah, well, those were the people from 10 Canoes. It really blew me up when I saw it. But they were the very same people we traded with going across Carl's Crossing. But now they're older, of course. And, it was fascinating that was our life put onto film, really. And, what we experienced as children. And it was absolutely amazing. So the landscape images and the images of water that you saw in that 10 Canoe film reminds you of your childhood and what you saw. Oh, God, as well. Yeah. It could have easily been in there, yeah. And the way the Aboriginal actors or traditional owners of that area looked in that film, did they look similar to what you saw? An older version, of course, but it was depicted extremely well. As to what it was like, it was very much the way it was depicted. There was no lies put into it. It wasn't fabricated, which I guess is because that tribal elder that we used to deal with insisted it be correct. Yeah.